certainly I think Madison is poised to, I don't know if it's to be Silicon Valley. That seems like a really big goal, which would take many, many years and many exits, but we certainly have a lot of the pieces to make a really nice tech sector here in Wisconsin.
As Liz says, that would be, Silicon Valley would be a stretch, but I'm a huge believer in learning and understanding what Silicon Valley has done to get to the point where they are now, and I have some opinions on that I think can be transferred to Madison. But I also I know less about Austin, but I did over the years as I talked with people from Austin, the basic takeaway, and Zach, you probably know more about this than I do, is that at a certain point in time, a group of community leaders came together and put together a strategic plan to put Austin on the map and grow it, and they succeeded in doing that in a brilliant way. That success is often due in part to luck. Part of their luck was Michael Dell was there, and one of those leaders who was participating. But I am a big believer in planning with leadership.
Yeah, I would say, well, we will not be another Silicon Valley. I mean, there's a reason Boston, Silicon Valley became the big centers of entrepreneurial activity. Large population centers, major research universities, large commercial centers, large financial centers. All of the pieces were there together. Austin's a more interesting one. State capital, major research university, bigger population center than us. But I think it's better for us to look at places like Austin, or even over at Michigan. You know, some of the things they've done over in Michigan to create a pretty thriving venture capital community over there. So I like Toni, believe that hey, the best ideas aren't new; they're stolen, and we should learn from the experience of others and try to replicate some of those things here.
Austin has very much the same DNA as us, and so a year and a half ago I went down there and asked the question to Toni Point we can learn. I said, if you go back to a point where we were relatively the same size, so where you were considered a small college town without a major dominant industry and great sports and some natural beauty, which is sort of where Madison is, if you could end up in the same place of success, what would you do differently? And the answers were, don't go all in on one industry, but have a plan, right? So have a plan for how you're going to embrace the different types of industries. Essentially their caution was, don't go all in on Dell. Right? They have a boom and bust economy, so they've gone up and down twice. Pay attention to transportation, because as you scale, transportation is going to be necessary, and so they have a nightmare of a transportation infrastructure. And pay attention to your natural resources. So for them, it's water quantity. For us, it's probably water quality. But we can learn lessons, and it's not to be the new Austin, but it's, can you be what Austin represents in the upper Midwest?